take the pin off of this, remove the end of that, remove the nut, and then this nut that's on the firewall side, it's kind of a pain, but if you have a long 12, like a flat, not a curved one, what I did without removing the booster at all, I just took my hand, snaked it up here, got to right there, and just barely got it over, right? Tiny little turn, got the smallest little turn ever. Then I grabbed like a regular open end and got the smallest little turn and did a million small little turns with that combo. And then eventually I got it loose enough to where I could put my hand in this way and I could spin it with my finger, and I spun it off. And then once I spun it off, it made contact with the booster so the nut wouldn't come off. So then I thought, oh, you know, I gotta pull the booster like all the videos. But nah, that's not the trick. What you do is you come back under the car, you get 13 millimeter, whatever millimeter it is, and an extension. You come under here, and right there, oh, right there, there's a nut with kind of an Allen head. Just loosen that nut a little bit, and that lets this whole entire clutch perch kind of come back and forth, and it lets that come off the firewall just enough to get that nut off. And then once that little perch can wiggle back and forth, then you can kind of wiggle that bolt. Let's see. Then you can kind of wiggle that bolt enough, and then the nut will fall out. And then once the nut falls out, that can kind of move even further back, and then you just coax the master out. It's a little, you know, jiggly, hard to do, but you can definitely do it. I just did it, didn't remove the booster at all. Obviously you remove the brake line, and then what I did is I just popped the little harness thing out of the bender well or whatever, and just got some more room to play in this little corner. But yeah, if you're trying to do a clutch master on a Ae86, this is definitely a pro tip. I don't know for sure if this, I know it has to be flat, and I know it has to be one way or the other is the only way I could get it on and get a turn. But I kind of just cracked it with this, and then I could, let's see, where's that? Like this one, I cracked it with the long one, but then I ended up doing it this way, doing it that way, doing it that way, and that way. And it got me all these tiny little itty bitty turns, but once you get the hang of it, you'll start to do it. You just got to get your hand. You'll see it once you try it enough times and you get this bar, like the tool flush with the firewall, you'll see it. It'll, oh shit, it wants to go, and it'll fit. I promise it will. Cool. Just wanted to come back and show that you can, in fact, get the new master, clutch master back in. Booster is still attached. Getting the nut, it's a little tricky. You gotta like have the nut on the tip of your finger and slide it under here and really feel at it. But you know, once you get it going, you can get it going, and then you can tighten it the way you have to remove it. It's just gonna take a little bit of time, but yeah, just wanted to show that it does work. All right, so I'm trying to tighten this thing up as best I can. That blind nut, I was going through over here, but obviously there's a little section right here, and I'm getting some pretty good turns on it. So try under there and up here until you can get it tight.